Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 8 of Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In this episode, we're gonna continue doing the side quests and encounters around the grove, and then, if time permits, we're gonna finish up the Investigate the Shadow Druids quest. Anywho, first things first, let's talk to Alfira, the tiefling bard here.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will change. No. Become.
Words of mine will turn to ash.
Words of mine will turn to ash when you call the last light down.
Moon reminds me of your grace.
Moon reminds me of your grace. All the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Wait, that's it!
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will turn to ash when you call the last light down. Moon reminds me of your grace. All the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Moon, sun, oh, remind me of your grace. Faith, care, all the love I can't repay. Moon, sun, oh, remind me of your grace. Faith, care, all the love I can't repay. Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will turn to ash when you call the last light down. Moon reminds me of your grace. All the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away.
Thank you. I was having trouble finding the words.
Who's the song about?
Lihala. My teacher. And friend. Sorry. Damn it.
It's alright. Let it all out.
I don't usually. I'm all right. I haven't finished a song since Lihala died. I haven't played at all, if I'm honest. She was playing her lute. We didn't hear the gnolls coming. There was so much blood. I can still smell it.
Sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
It was awful. I couldn't look at a lute without hearing her screaming. Until now, I'd forgotten what it was like. That itch in my fingers to perfect a song. The Weeping Dawn will be my gift to her. Thank you. I needed this.
You are welcome, Alfira. Yeah, I like that song a lot. The musical version. And, you know, I apologize for my terrible singing. And speaking of terrible singing, these squirrels are not as big a fan of the song as I am.
It hurts! It hurts! Please, make it stop!
Shh! You're ruining the song.
Don't you think it's awful?
We'll save you, poor soul.
The critters start a duet of their own, attempting to drown out the bard's music. They look at you expectantly.
Oh, very well. I'm gonna sing along with you. How can we stop this dreadful song? Have formed verse from devil's tongue.
Yes, that's it!
Finally! A song to set our heads straight after that display. We should leave before the effect wears off. Away! Away!
Sorry, Karlak, but everything for the content, you know. Alright, let's lockpick this chest. Should have a nice hat for my bard here. Shadowheart's gonna help out. And pretty easy check. Alright, there's the hat. Now I'm gonna toggle off the appearance of the hat, so it's not gonna appear in the cutscenes. I prefer it that way. Anywho, what's next? Oh, I'm gonna equip the shield that I got in the last episode. And I'm gonna give my old one to Gale.
Yes?
Because his looks like it's been MacGyvered together.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Alright. Oh, one last thing I forgot to do. Karlak is gonna equip this +1 Great Axe. And she's gonna consume one of these soul coins. Because the next encounter can be pretty tough. Alright. And Shadowheart, you're gonna give this guy to Gale so he can learn it. The Cloud of Daggers.
Have my attention.
Now wizards can... Oh, he already knows the spell. Alright. There it is. Here, I'm gonna get rid of Thunder Wave and equip this Cloud of Daggers. Yeah, and there we go. So now we're gonna move up here. There's gonna be a whole bunch of Harpies that spawn around. And it can be a very dangerous encounter. Just because if my party members fail the save to resist it, you lose control of them. And then everything just pretty much falls apart on you. So in order to prevent that, first thing I'm gonna do is move up here, enter turn-based mode. I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers right here, where the Harpy that starts singing is gonna spawn. Gale's gonna do the same, so we'll have 2 Clouds of Daggers there,
With haste.
which should hopefully kill it off. or break its concentration right away.
I wonder what
Now, Shadowheart is gonna cast her Blast spell, which adds 1d4 to your attacks and your saving throws. And now, everybody's gonna end their turn. And on the next turn, we're gonna talk to Mirkon, this tiefling child.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Shh. Listen.
Listen quietly.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
I'm gonna counter it by singing. Not really singing, it's gonna be more like a limerick, because that's what it seems like to me. There once was a lady who met with a marrow and tried to disclose it to her foolish fellow. Alright, pretty easy check. Pass.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
I'm gonna continue that limerick in order to break Mirkon out of the trance as well. Her man would not listen. He thought it tall tales until he rubbed up against all of her scales. See, sounds just like a limerick. And here Shadowheart's gonna help out. Alright, once again, fairly easy check.
Ouch, my ears! Wait, why am I wet?
No, he's ours. Kill! We'll kill you!
And there we go. The Harpies got cut up by these cloud of daggers. We need to roll a 5 on our cutting words. I think we're gonna go with that. Still hits, but it's alright. And now Gale can use his opportunity attack to hit it as it's moving away. Alright. And my character was able to save against the Harpy song. So now he's just gonna try and fire on the Harpies. Where are the other ones? All the way up here, huh? Alright, now what we're gonna do is pull back a little bit. Or move in. Move in. Get closer so we can fire on this Harpy and hopefully hit it. Missed. And let's get out of water. Alright, the concentration is broken. It attacks Gale with its claws, was able to hit. The other Harpy attacks Shadowheart. And now it's Gale's turn, isn't it? Alright. And he's got that staff we got from the Joaquin's Rest. And you'll see just how effective it is. So we're gonna target this Harpy. No, it's too far. This one with just a level 1 magic missile. Got extra 1 damage from the staff, electrical charges, and now Gale's got 6 electrical charges, so his next magic missile is just gonna be devastating. And turn. Mirkon disengages. What are you doing, buddy? Where are you going? And the Harpy attacks. Need to roll a 3 on our d6. We're gonna try it. There we go. You could send an elf to sleep. Nice. Karlak. What can you do? You're gonna smite for me. Maybe not. Alright, so the next one is that lady. Or the harpy.
Incoming.
Alright, Karlak, you're gonna frenzy. And then you're gonna throw your javelins at it. And let's see how it goes for us. Alright, nice damage there.
Let's end this.
Now Shadowheart needs to cast Sanctuary on Mirkon there, which is gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, but it's alright.
Time for a boost.
The Harpy misses its attack of opportunity, so now we're just gonna Sanctuary Mirkon, so he can't be attacked by other Harpies. And do a Guiding Bolt on which one? This one. Yep. There you go. Hits and kills it. Very good. My character. Got a Harpy here. Then the next one is right here. Gonna try Dissonant Whispers on this one. Because it's gonna go after this one, the damaged one. But if my spell hits, it will not be able to move. So we're gonna try. There you go. Frightened, plus damage. It can't move, so it's gonna be throwing stones only, which is a lot less dangerous than the claw or multi-attacks that they do occasionally. And a flourish for good measure. Need to roll a 6. I don't think I'm gonna use my cutting words here. It's too low of a chance, so we're not gonna react. And now this lady starts singing her luring song. And let's see if somebody can give some potions to Gale. No, gotta be next to each other. But here we can use the magic missile with our 5 charges to just completely obliterate one of the enemies. Probably this one right here. There we go. Plus 6 damage from the charges, and we replenished 4 of them already. Good. Alright. Run, little buddy. Run. Need to roll a 4, and I think I still got, what, 1 bardic inspiration left? Yeah, we'll try it. Wasn't successful, but it's alright. Karlak gets lured. And now Shadowheart is gonna use her Guiding Bolt on the Singing Harpy. Does nice damage, but the Harpy maintains its concentration. And we're gonna summon this weapon right here. Spirit weapon, spiritual weapon. And gonna end turn here. My character is gonna put some of them to sleep. We've done enough damage, so we can put this one to sleep. Can put the Singing Harpy to sleep. And then just leaves this one but Gale should be able to finish her off on the next turn. Alright, let's try it. Sleep, sleep. That's good.
You'll die for this creature.
And let's heal Gale here as well. Alright, and the turn. 2 of the Harpies are sleeping. And Gale should be able to finish it without upcasting. But we're gonna upcast anyways because we're gonna long rest after this fight. We've used up a lot of resources here. There you go. Kills that one. Now we can move freely. The spiritual weapon's gonna attack this Harpy with a lacerate. Kills it. Very good. Keep running, little buddy. And Karlag's gonna smite.
The hammer's gonna fall.
There we go.
Let's move.
Not too bad.
Press ahead.
Are they gone?
Shush, little child.
Who are you?
I am Volk, Slayer of Monsters, Teller of Tales, Savior of you. The pleasure's mine.
Wow. I'm Mirkon. Oh no. I had to get the gold from the nest. Mole will be so mad. I got to go. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Very well.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
Let's
times.
take a short rest here just to
Have help.
replenish our health. Gale's got something to say.
That scamp reminds me of myself when I was a nipper. Always getting into trouble.
Met with a lot of Harpies, did you?
And worse. One time, my parents denied me a kitten, so I summoned myself a Tressim. Ah, dear old Tara. Beautiful creature. Benefits of a wizard's education, you see. Of course, my considerable talent didn't hurt either. Well, that depends on who you ask, I suppose. I may have summoned things rather more exotic than a winged cat.
Such as?
There was that magma mephit once. Nice fellow, we kept in touch. Of course, in walked the housekeeper, screaming, yelling, panic, and before you know it, fire everywhere. Anyway, I'm glad we got that boy out of his predicament. Poor lad would have been harpy feed if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, that's just the kind of hero I am. Anywho, here we're gonna just split up the group and have Karlak grab an item for me. First, grab your javelin there. Those are always useful. But you could see how that luring song, if most of your characters or party members do not resist it, you're in big trouble. Because they'll just move towards the singer, don't take any actions, and pretty much just get tore up by the Harpies. Okie dokie. And here is the nest that's got some items for me. Alright. Karlak.
Let's see what those harpies were hoarding.
Take everything but the bone. And as always, you can read this on your own time. You can pause the video and read through it. And this one as well. There you go. Just some additional lore, but it's not too important. Alright, Karlak, now hop on back out here. And the reason I split up the group is sometimes the pathfinding is not the best for locations where you have to jump around. So just having one character who can reach the location we need is preferable to me. I know, some other people just keep the party together.
No time to rest.
And of course, right after that, I'm gonna break my own rule because I'm gonna take all of my party members across to here. Actually, no, we don't need to. Here we go. But there is a buried chest here that requires a survival check. And if you've got 4 party members, you get 4 checks. But if we do fail it, I'll show you a quick trick on how to locate the hidden chest. Of course, spotted it because bards are just really good at all skills. And we got some items there for trouble. Let's get back. And that Harpy fight is definitely probably one of the hardest fights ever. Just because, or rather early on.
Still no symptoms.
Yeah, still no
No
symptoms.
sign of tentacles so far.
The same. Except for a knot of worry in my stomach that's in no rush to go away.
Alright,
That I
everybody.
can relate to.
Let's level up who we can.
Whatever
I
comes.
think Shadowheart is short 49
Let's get
XP.
going.
And that's because the rest of our characters been doing inspirations. So sometimes it happens. Alright, for the cantrip, I'm gonna take a Mage Hand, which is a decent utility spell. We're also going to take what? Hold person. That's good. No, silence. We'll take silence instead. And for the feat, for my main character, I always take lucky because you get 3 luck points, and you can roll certain rolls with advantage if you spend that luck point. And the points replenish on long rest. So it's gonna help us in some of the tougher conversations or skill or ability checks. Alrighty, next is Gale. For Gale, why don't you take this poison spray cantrip and what spells? Take invisibility in case the fight goes wrong, and Gale will be able to cast invisibility on somebody, and that person will be able to get out of there and disengage. And Blur, which if you cast it on yourself, which is what the spell is, the attackers will have disadvantage on attack rolls. And for the feat, Alert is really good early on. It just guarantees that people with the feat start either first in the initiative or really close to it. Now, Karlak, on the other hand, is my Throw Zerker. So she's gonna take the Tavern Brawler's feat. What that does, gives you 1 point either in Strength or Constitution. She's gonna take it in Strength. And the Strength modifier is added twice to damage and attack rolls when using when throwing something. So that's really the most important thing for Karlach. So not only her throw attacks gonna be more accurate, they're gonna do more damage as well.
Never a dull moment.
And now let's take our long rest here. Karlach's burning up there.
Copper for your thoughts.
Got anything interesting to say? It sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
Okay, Karlach. You can get as many frosty pints as you want. Alright, Shadowheart, you got anything to say?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Nope, nothing new here. I mean, you can kind of push her to tell you more about things, but it's better if she tells it to you herself after your approval level goes up.
Need something?
Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's go with that. So, about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
Absolutely not.
Fine. As long as I don't have to go back to animal blood. It's muck. But now that you know what I am, I can fight with all my weapons, teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit, what's the harm?
Sounds good. Glad we could agree.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
Alright, Astarion. It's kind of interesting how in Forgotten Realms the vampires are fighting each other, kind of like a Masquerade from White Wolf. It's another role-playing game, tabletop, that's been adopted into several video games. Lae'zel.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
Are you sure a crash is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zathisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Very interesting. Well, what do you got to say?
Well met.
Nothing? That's cool. There is Gale looking at Mistra. Ah, Mistra, the matron of magic herself. An ambitious desire indeed to hold her in your hands.
Oh. My, you startled me. Was miles away.
Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
No special reason, really. I was just practicing an incantation.
If you say so.
I do. Because it's through practice that I seek to perfect, to augment. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
Magic is music, poetry and beauty, though I suspect you and I perform it differently.
Fair enough. Though in the end we're still playing the same composition. Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
By all means.
Then follow my lead. Now you.
I'm gonna imitate the gesture with a flourish. Pretty easy check. And a nice roll to boot.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
An easy incantation. Simply repeat after Gale.
Ah, yes. The scent of rosewater and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
Harmony comes easy to me. We'll allow it to wash over our mind and magic.
You see, or is it sense, the unmistakable presence of Mistra, the Lady of Mysteries. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of her hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Incredible. Though of course I could have managed it by myself.
You're hard to please, aren't you?
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
A satisfying end to a wondrous experience. It's time to let go.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Good night, Gale. And now we're ready to take our long rest. So let's do that. Auto-select our supplies. The game does a much better job of it than before, because before it would just select certain stacks, so it would be like 95 out of 80. Anywho, full rest. Here we go. Karlach is still burning from that soul coin. And now we're ready to venture forth. Let's leave camp. Rebuff everybody. Got the Long Strider for Shadowheart and Karlach. Then for Gale and myself, gonna cast Speak with Animals on my character. And Gale needs to cast the Mage Armor on himself. And before we move on, we need to change out some of our spells here. Let's see. Witch Bolt, we're not gonna use. I'm gonna put Blur. No. The Invisibility. There you go. And quickly reposition the spells here. Alrighty, we're ready.
I've got a long road ahead. Don't waste a step.
I don't think there is anything good here. No. We'll just go back and talk to Mole. He's got some nice things to say about us since we helped a whole bunch of tiefling kids who are under her protection, I guess. Or her friends. Where is Donnie? There he
What's
is.
up for discussion?
Hi, Donnie.
He stares right past you as if you're invisible or boring.
Donnie, isn't it? I want to see the dragon's lair.
He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Hey, thanks for showing me the door. Okay. You're a man of few words, Donnie. I can respect that. Let's... Ah. Oops, I did it again. Played with your heart. Got lost in the game. And now we can see that Mole is somewhere right here. Right? Where are you, Mole? There she is. Let's talk turkey. No, no.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mirkon says you got him out of a tight spot with some Harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the Druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done. And thanks for going easy on Sylphie. Not many marks would have done the same.
Why are you running all these schemes and swindles? Risky, you know?
We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong?
Quite the opposite. I want to invest in the newest thieves guild on the Sword Coast. Here's 20 gold pieces.
Won't turn down free money. I've got operating costs you wouldn't believe. Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some. See you around, maybe.
See ya, Mole. And now we can continue on to the fight with the Memphis and Wodes to find the letter for confront the Shadow Druids. So we're actually gonna warp out to the gate right here. And make our way to the swamp. But before that, there is a little detour we're gonna take to grab some items here out of the Harper's camp.
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? I can't save them all.
Kinda true, but we still gotta try. Shadowheart. Just gotta have faith in our power and abilities. We can help a lot of them. Not all, but most. And here is the Harper's camp. And Raphael makes an appearance.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Am I talking to the mouse or the cat?
Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
I don't like this at all.
Can you be specific than somewhere?
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
champion.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
I don't care what you are. I care what you want.
Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
You're mad if you think I'll make a devil with a devil. Totally messed it up. You're mad if you think I'll make a deal with the devil.
And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I've a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
That's what separates us from the devil, soldier. They think our greatest strength is a weakness.
I'll have the last laugh in the end.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Wow, that was not good. But anywho, here's another
necklace has a Harper sigil.
Item.
Why were they here?
And Gale was able to recognize it. And we're gonna finish looting some items, and there is a mysterious hole that we're gonna try and investigate. If we can spot it. There we go.
Something over there.
Shadow Heart's gonna cast guidance on my character beforehand.
Looking ahead.
Just to make sure.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Got nature skill to survey the spiders. And here I'm gonna use the lucky one of the luck points to roll this with advantage. Didn't need to, but it pretty much guarantees like success on some rolls for a bard.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
We'll soothe the spiders with a calming lullaby, and I'm gonna spare you my terrible singing here.
Your voice draws their attention. They are suspicious, then curious, and finally, at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Alright, got an inspiration point, and now we've got this item, the spider egg sac, that we'll be able to use in combat to summon a swarm of small spiders. And we got an antidote, and some potions of healing. And before I forget, gotta give some potions to the rest of my party. So Karlak, and split this. Give those to Gale.
Your desire.
I'm ready.
And Shadowheart's got enough.
No one's stopped me yet.
Okay. And it's almost 1 hour. What I think I'm gonna do here is go to the camp, talk to everybody, because they'll have something to say about Raphael. And then we'll just end the episode. Let's do that. Karlak?
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck.
I'd enjoy watching that.
I knew I liked you. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
Alright. Good. Good talk, Karlak. Shadowheart.
Already feeling better.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
He's the devil. We shouldn't trust him. Simple as that.
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is.
I'm not going to change my mind. We can't trust Raphael.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
I didn't realize you were so well versed in mental and emotional torment.
Aren't you glad that I am? It's an effective trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Yeah, that's good. So Shadowheart is was playing devil's advocate there, no pun intended, to try and find out how I really felt, or if I was gonna change my answer based on her proposed, solution. And I passed her test. Astarion.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
If we don't know what we're walking into, that bridge will collapse under us. The devil has a plan. He's playing with us. Cazador, my old master, liked to toy with people too. Let them think there was hope right until the end. Until he snatched it all away. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win.
So, what do we do?
We keep hunting for answers. What other choice do we have? This is no ordinary Mind Flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Alright, Astarion. Lae'zel. Always got something interesting to say.
This devil Raphael flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
Kithrak? What does that mean?
Githyanki Knights. The riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my Queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it.
Why were these knights chasing the Mind Flayer ship?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
Interesting, interesting. Well, you are a warlock, and your patron is another Cambion. What are your thoughts?
The devil with the silver tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with. And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Words of wisdom. Gale?
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Fighting to dine with a devil.
Devils rarely approach mortals without some nefarious intent. We'd be wise to avoid them.
Don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us. Badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
But what is it that this devil wants so very badly?
Our souls. But I suspect that's but his opening offer. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. A quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
Speak for yourself, Gale.
Fine, but my reasoning is this. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, I say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Alright. So what I'm gonna do here is leave camp to where we were before. And we're gonna end the episode right here. And in the next episode, gonna continue on to the swamp and the expose the Shadow Druid's quest. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you soon.